Hi, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Jasmehar Kaur, and I'm the Relationship Manager at BNPS International, and I will be your host for today's session. So, let me take a moment to tell you about the company. We are an overseas education consultancy, and we dedicate our time to helping students achieve their dreams of studying abroad. And we aim to do so by providing comprehensive support and expert guidance to every student every step of the way. And on behalf of BNPS International, I extend a very warm welcome to all of you to this insightful session on how to achieve a 7 plus band score on your IELTS exam. So I'm sure all of you are very eager to learn about the tips and tricks to ace your IELTS exam. And for that, we have with us our esteemed guest, Mr. Vivek Kumar.
Thank
Vivek
you
is
very
a
much.
very renowned expert in this field, and his guidance has helped countless students achieving their desired results. And I have absolutely no doubt that he will provide the same to you all today as well. So, before we start, I'd like to ask you all to please drop your questions in the chat box below, and Vivek will cater to them after the webinar. Now, without any further ado, Vivek, I invite you to please introduce yourself to us a little bit and start with your session.
Thank you very much, Jasmeer, for this wonderful introduction. Right, and let's get started. Right, hello everyone. I hope you all are doing fantastic. Uh, Let me see. Yes, we have few participants. Right, people. I hope you all are familiar with IELTS, the pattern, the marking system, plus the band scores. Right, if you have any doubts, any questions, you guys can ask me. Right, you can mention the question in chat. Right, you can mention the question in chat. Here we go. So, people, IELTS, right? Let me just share my screen first. I have a few things with me here. Just allow me a quick moment. People, how many of you are IELTS aspirants here? I mean, can you please raise your hands or give me a thumbs up? Yes. Yasundri, Yashraj, here we go. Fair enough, right? So I hope you guys are familiar with IELTS, right? The modules that are there, along with how exactly the marks are calculated. Give me a thumbs up if you know. Rishikesh Kumar, how can I score band 8 in IELTS? That's a good question. I'll certainly address it. But before that, let's get started with the presentation here. I hope you all can see my screen. Yes, no, maybe?
Yes, sir.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. Right. So I'm sharing the
Sorry.
screen here. I'm sorry. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's totally visible. No problem.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. So band 8 is one score which is considered as really good, right? Because it's not that easy to score a band 8. There are few factors that you need to keep in your mind if you want to score an overall band 8. But before that, as you all know, IELTS, it stands for International English Language Testing System. And there are like 9 bands, right? Band scores, not bands, but band scores, starting from band 1. Can you see it here? Like non-user to an intermittent user to an extremely limited user, which is a band 3, plus band 4, a limited user, band 5, a modest one, 6, a competent user, 7 is considered as good, 8 is considered very good, and 9 is considered as an expert user of the language. So now, let's proceed, right? So you had a question how exactly we can score a band 8 here, right? When we talk about band 8, there are certain criterias. Um, But before that, let's try to understand what are a few mistakes that a band 5 or a 6 or a 7 holder makes. But before that, let me ask you, how many of you have taken the IELTS test before? Anyone? If you have taken it, please raise your hands. You can give me a thumbs up. Okay, Yasundri has taken the test before. What was your score, Yasundri?
Overall 6.
Overall 6. When did you take this test?
December 2022. And this
December.
was my 4th attempt.
Uh-huh. This was your 4th attempt. How much did you get in your first attempt?
Same 6.
So it's stagnant, right? It's not rising. Did you
Yes.
try taking any feedback regarding it?
Never.
Never. Where are you from, Yasundri, and what do you do?
I'm from Indonesia and I am a lecturer.
You're a lecturer. What do you teach, if I may ask you?
Communication science.
Communication science. That's commendable, right? See, we'll be discussing few things here, and I'm pretty much confident it's gonna help you. See, a band 5, 6 user, right? They lack effective vocabulary plus accuracy and limited use of vocabulary plus imprecise word choice, right? I have one example sentence, which is suppose the question in your speaking is, do you like the question is, what's your hobby or what do you like to do? And the answer, the candidate says, I like to eat food, right? So guys, do you think, right, this is an effective answer? I like to eat food. Can we enhance the quality of the sentence here? If yes, then how can we do it? Come on. Anyone? Please try. So let me tell you. Come on, I need responses. I don't want you to be right silent. I want
Hello.
participation. Suppose if you guys are going to be like silent, then the same thing is going to be replicated in your what? In your IELTS speaking test as well. So you need to interact. If you think that, right, without speaking, you will be able to get a band 7 or a band 8, then that's not possible, my friends. So let me tell you, right? If I want to enhance the quality of the sentence, I can say, right, I relish indulging in diverse array of culinary delights. That is like a bit tough for you, but people tell me there are like few quality words that I have used here, right? Uh, First is relish. Who can tell me what's the meaning of relish here? Come on. What does relish stand for? Relish means to enjoy, right? Really enjoy. If you enjoy doing something, then you can use this word, which is relish, right? Now, here we go. We have this one, right? And what's the meaning of diverse array or wide array? Have you ever come across this word?
Different varieties or choices.
Different varieties and choices, right? Fair enough. Here we go. So instead of saying many or plenty of, right, or different, right, band 5 or band 6 users, they make this mistake pretty often. They'll say different. Instead of different, you can certainly use this phrase, which is a wide array of. Now who can use this phrase wide array of in a sentence? Come on, people. Who would like to try?
One of my friend have a wide array of knowledge.
One of my friend. Who was that?
Whose name me? I
No, no.
just
Yes, Yashraj, right? Yeah. Here we go, Yashraj. Yashraj, one rule of grammar. Whenever you're using one of, the noun, right, after the following noun, it has to be in plural. So you will never say one of my friend. It should be one of my friends, right? What is the answer? One of my friends. So may I have the sentence again?
one of my friends have a wide array of knowledge.
One of my friends have, right, wide array of knowledge or different type of knowledge. Knowledge cannot be of different type. You can say one of my friends, he has, right, wide array of cars, wide array of books, spanning different genres, spanning different subjects. So wide array of means different types of. Another one. Yesterday I went to a clothes store and it had a wide array of collections. Different types of collections, right? A wide array of collections. So anyone else who would like to use this phrase?
I need to talk wide arrays of people every day.
So you speak with or like wide array of people every day. Fantastic. What do you do, bro?
I'm a student and pursuing BTech. My branch is computer science. I'm from Hyderabad.
Hyderabad. Speak slowly, Rishikesh, right? If you speak
Okay.
fast, then there are chances that you might make mistakes. I always advise my students never to speak fast. People, I'm sharing feedback with you as well, and I sincerely hope and I pray that you're going to take the feedback in a positive way.
Okay,
Please.
definitely.
Thank you very much. Right? Anyone else who would like to make a sentence on a wide array of? Hello?
India offers a wide array of cultural experience.
India offers a wide array of cultural experience. Fair enough, fair enough. Right. And the other word, relish. So let's try to make one sentence on relish as well. Who would like to make a sentence? Come on, people.
I relish going to mountains.
You relish going to mountains. Anyone else?
I really enjoy to party.
I relish and enjoy will not come together.
Oh, sorry,
Relish
sorry.
means it's all right. It's totally all right. I relish attending parties. That would be a correct sentence. Anyone else, people, please? Anyone else? That is it? Okay. Let's proceed then. Right. Here we go. Let's go to the next screen here. Then there's another one. Another critical aspect is insufficient development of ideas. It means you're unable to elaborate and support details in responses. Suppose, right? A question is, what's your opinion on pollution? And the candidate says, pollution is bad for the environment. Pollution is bad for the environment. Here we go. So, any word that we guys can use instead of bad? Come on, people.
Catastrophic impact.
It has a catastrophic impact. Not impact, but impact. Very good, Yashraj. Anyone else? If something is bad, something is harmful, I'll give you a quality word, and that word is detrimental. What's the word again? Detrimental. The spelling is Detrimental. Start using it. It's detrimental. Now let's try to extend it, right? This, this is a proper band 9 answer, right? Pollution poses a grave threat, means it is really detrimental to the environment as it leads to the degradation of air quality, damages ecosystems, and jeopardizes the health of both human and wildlife. For instance, industrial emissions contribute to air pollution, which has been linked to respiratory diseases and climate change. Don't you think this answer is better than the last one? And why do you say that? Who can tell me? Come on, people. Come on. Let me ask you a question. Who all face difficulties in generating ideas here? When you try speaking in English, right, do you face the situation that like first two, three sentences you're able to speak properly, but after that, you're unable to express yourself? You guys can be honest with me. Come on, people. So it means that no one faces this problem, is it?
Sir, I do face problem while generating ideas.
I appreciate your honesty. Apart from you, I think there are other participants. I believe you all, like Yashraj, Alina, right? Yasundri, Sneha, Saksham, Puneet. I believe you guys don't face any problems in generating ideas. Come on, you can be honest with me.
No, no, sir. I also do praise.
Appreciate your honesty, Yashraj. Right? So, people, I have one technique. It's called as it's my own technique, right? It's called as the peer method, right? Do you know about it? Yes, no, maybe.
Yes.
Saksham knows about it, right? Saksham, what do you know about it? Yes, Saksham.
It, it helps generating ideas.
It helps in generating ideas. Fair enough. See, when we talk about the peer method, here P stands for point, E stands for explanation. You, you have to explain it as well. Another E stands for example, and R stands for restate. Let me try to explain it in a simple way. Point means whatever you think, right? If the question is, who's your best friend? Then you have to mention, right? Who exactly is that person? Suppose in IELTS speaking, this is a very common question. Describe your best friend, right? Or in follow up, they might ask you why Mr. XYZ or Miss XYZ is what? Your best friend. So what will you say? Suppose if I ask you, right? Or let's try to use this particular method and try generating ideas. So if I say Mr. XYZ is my best friend, that is my point. Now let me explain it. He's my best friend because of X, Y, Z reasons. He's very cooperative. He always stands by me. He is helpful by nature. And then move to the next one, which is example. Then you can share one example. Like you can say, probably a couple of years ago, I needed some help, and my friend XYZ really helped me. And now you need to come back to the topic, which is restate. So that's the reason why I say Mr. XYZ is my best friend, or these are the reasons why Mr. XYZ or Miss XYZ is my best friend. Here we go. So, people, are you able to understand this particular method or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you can, right? Um, Anyone who has any doubts, any questions? Any questions? Come on, people. So, who would like to answer a question by using this peer method? Don't take it lightly if you're facing problems. Like few of you guys, you guys don't face any problems. Like that is good for you, right? But the people who are facing problems, right? This is especially for you, right? Here we go. So, who would like to try? Come on, people. Saksham, Yasundri, Sneha, do you want to try this one? Come on. If this is going to be the response, you guys have like great. Where was that one who wanted to score a band 8 one? I think he has disappeared into thin air, right? If you want to score a band 8, first things first, you need to have that kind of command over the language as well. Yes, Yasundri, you're saying yes. So, Yasundri, would you like to try this peer method? Come on.
Wait, let me think first.
Certainly. Saksham, would you like to try it? I'll give you a question, Saksham. Come on. Here we
Yes,
go.
sir.
Yes, Saksham. So, Saksham, suppose in IELTS speaking, you have a question, describe your favorite dish. So, let's use this peer method and let's try to describe our favorite dish.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Now you are audible, bro.
Sir, my favorite dish is an Indian delicacy called gulab jamun.
Mm-hmm. It's a
It
dessert.
is a dessert, and
Mm-hmm.
I like it because it is a perfect combination of sugar,
Mm-hmm.
uh, desi ghee, and
Mm-hmm.
mawa.
Okay.
So the combination creates it a very tasty food.
So here we go. Uh, so you applied the peer method. You mentioned the point. You explained it as well. You gave one example and you restated it. Anyone else who would like to try? Puneet, Sneha, come on, people. It's all right. So here we go. We discussed this as well. And now, do you need any help with writing? Of course, you do, right? Who all face problems with IELTS essays? Okay, Yashraj, I can understand. Appreciate your honesty. Thank you very, very much, people. Right? Let me share this one. I have a band 9 template for you, and I'm pretty much confident if you follow this template religiously, no one can stop you, right, from achieving a higher band score. But it depends on few things, right? If you're able to frame grammatically correct sentences, if you're able to write grammatically correct sentences, plus if you're able to use a good language range, and if you follow this template, the structure, right, you will be able to get a band 7 plus score. Rest depends on your language range plus grammatical accuracy. So, people, let me explain it. Whenever you're writing an essay, Try to keep things as simple as possible. Divide your essay into 4 paragraphs. How many paragraphs, people? 4 paragraphs, right? So let's proceed. I believe you can see the new screen. Yes, no, maybe. If you can see, please give me a thumbs up. If not, you can share, you can give me a Pepsi as well. Okay, thank you very much. Just one thumbs up. I can expect a lot of Pepsis today. Okay, thank you very much. That was a poor joke, right? Now, lovely people, let's go to this part here, and I'll explain it with the help of an example as well, right? Your essay is divided into 4 parts. Number one, introduction. Your introduction, it needs to have 3 parts. Number one, paraphrase. Who will tell me what exactly is paraphrase? Come on, people.
The synonym of the title.
There you are, Yasundri, right? The paraphrase means repeating things in your own words. So you can use synonyms, right? You can change the voice, right, from active to passive, from direct to indirect, right? So by using these elements, you can paraphrase it effectively. How to do it? I'll certainly tell you. What is the second one that you see, guys, on the screen? The second part of introduction. Please pay attention. This is one of the most incredible techniques by which you can craft the essays. Yes, people. What's the second thing that you see here?
State opinion.
State opinion. It means whatever you think. If the question asks you to mention your opinion, but don't justify it in the starting. A lot of people, what the basic mistake that they make is they try to justify, right, their opinion in the first paragraph itself. Do not do it. For justification, you will get the opportunity. You'll get in body paragraphs, there would be a provision where you will be able to justify it, and that's where you should justify it. And the third thing is essay overview. What do we understand by essay overview? What does it mean, people? Essay
Thesis
overview.
statement.
Yes, it is the statement. In essay overview, what you guys have to do is you have to mention how exactly you are going to prove your opinion, present your opinion, right? And how are you going to do it? By singing, by dancing, or by facts, by presenting facts, by sharing data, by sharing relevant examples. How to do it? I will tell you. And now it's time for the body paragraphs. Who all face difficulties in crafting a perfect body paragraph? Come on, people. Pragya, Saksham, Yash, Raj, Alina, Sneha, Puneet. Come on, people.
Yes, sir, I do face problems.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your honesty here, right? Your body paragraph, it needs to be divided into 4 parts. Number one is position. What do you think? Then in one sentence, explain it. Why do you think that way? Sometimes you will not get why. So during those times, you will get a how. How are you going to present your position? How are you going to justify it? Remember, 90% of the times you will get the reason why. If you don't get the reason, mention how. I'll help you with by walking you through uh, one. No, I won't say it's an easy question. It's one challenging one, but we will be able to develop the idea, generate the ideas, and structure it properly. Then mention the example, one relevant example with it, and then summarize it. The case remains the same when we talk about body paragraph 2. Mention your position, explain it why. If you don't get a why, mention how. And in problem solution essays, you have to mention how, because when you talk about solution is never why, it is always a how. And give an example and then summarize it. Last but not least, you have conclusion. You need to have two things: summarize the essay, final thought. How to summarize it? I'll tell you quickly in the next 5 to 10 minutes. And final thought. Now, final thought is something which is a bit tricky. Now, guys, what do you understand by final thought? Come on. Who can tell me? Final thought, people. Final thought means what exactly you want your reader to do after reading the essay. Do you want your reader to start dancing or start singing a song, or you want the reader to take some concrete action? That's what final thought is. You miss final thought, you will lose marks in task completion. Remember, there are four parameters on which you're going to be judged. Task completion, it means whether were you able to understand the question, and then were you able to answer it effectively or not. Second is coherence and cohesion. Is there any connection between the points or not? Third one, your grammar. Fourth one, the choice of words. So I have a question here, right? I won't call it a simple question. It is a tricky question. And more often than not, you will find these kind of questions in your IELTS essays, right? I'm not preparing you guys to handle easy and seamless situations. I'm preparing you so that you can handle arduous and challenging situations, that too with ease. I have a question here. The question is government investment in the visual arts, the kind you commonly see in art galleries, is a waste of money. Government must invest this money in public services instead. To what extent do you agree with the statement? Are you able to understand this question? Come on, respond. If you're able to understand, give me a thumbs up. If you're unable to understand, you can give me a thumbs down. Okay, Jasundri is able to understand. Yashraj, the question is here in chat. It means um, nowadays you see government is investing a lot of money in visual arts, right? Kind of art galleries. They are making statues. They are building parks. They are beautifying the cities and villages, right? You can find a lot of paintings, right? I won't call it graffiti, but they're trying to beautify the cities, right? You can experience it. So do you think it's a total waste of money, and government should invest this money in public services? What are public services? Yes, no, maybe. Come on, people. What are public services? Health, infrastructure, education, power. These are, right, safety, security, law and order. These are public services. So what kind of essay is this? You guys want to take IELTS test, and essay is an integral part of writing task 2. So try to identify, people, what kind of essay is this? Yes, no, maybe. People, I'm very sorry to say, if you're unable to understand what is this essay type, how exactly you're going to write it. This is an opinion essay. Opinion essay. Always remember, whenever you see this keyword, to what extent do you agree or disagree, it should immediately hit your head that this is an opinion essay. You guys, right? You guys want to take the IELTS test, isn't it? Yes, no, maybe. Thank you. Now, let's try to um, use this format, and let's try to craft an incredible essay, right? Three parts we have. We have got paraphrase, opinion, and overview. Now, who would like to repeat the question in your own words? In plain and simple words, paraphrase it. Who would like to paraphrase this one, people? Come on. Please. Come on, people. See, don't be afraid if you make any mistakes. Trust me, no one is going to make fun of you, right? It is not like that. uh, you are here to learn something, right? And you are devoting your precious time. Time is more valuable than money. I want you to learn something, right? And it should stay in your head. And this is really vital if you want to write, if you want to craft excellent essays. Trust me, writing is not an easy task. You'll find a lot of YouTubers saying IELTS essays are like really easy to craft, really easy to write. It's not the case. Writing is really, really a challenging thing to do. But by following this method, this technique, you can simplify, right? You can eliminate complication from this whole equation. So that's why I'm trying to state here. But anyway, I am going to paraphrase it. You guys can see the question, right? The question says, government investment in the visual arts, the kind you commonly see in art galleries, is a waste of money. Government should invest this money in public services instead, right? I have, oh, sorry, let me retype it, right? The paraphrased version. Who would like to read this one? Now, come on, don't be on mute. Please take initiative and at least try to read this one.
I would like to.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
These days, many local governments spend large portions of their budget not only on public services but also on the visual arts.
Mhm. So I have changed it, right? Instead of saying, if you look at the question, I have mentioned these days many local governments, right? Many local governments, instead of mentioning invest, right? I have mentioned they spend large portions of their budget, right? Now, it is, we have to mention opinion. What do you think? So people, I would need your opinion, right? God has given you brain. Try to write, try to rack your brain, the gray matter that you have in your skull, and you tell me if the apartment in your skull is not furnished, then I cannot help you. But I sincerely hope and pray that the apartment in your skull is certainly furnished. Now you tell me, guys, right? Whether the money that government is pumping in in making the cities or in making the country beautiful, is it a waste of money? And government should focus that government should focus spending the entire amount on healthcare, on education, on infrastructure, these kind of things. Let's have your opinion, right? Saksham, Puneet, Sneha, Alina, Yasundri, Yashraj.
Sir, in my opinion, both are important, but it
Mhm.
depends how the government use it. I mean, they need to prioritize their things like public service is more important than
Absolutely, you
public
have a
service is
point.
more important than visual arts.
Yeah, it is, right? Anyone else? Beautifully portrayed. Anyone else? Everyone's opinion is valued. Come on, people. If not, then let me mention my opinion here. My opinion is, although I agree that it is important to invest in local amenities, instead of saying basic services, I have mentioned local amenities. Good choice of word. It will portray or it will depict that the person has got good command over vocabulary and they have got excellent language range, and that box is going to be checked. So I do not think spending on the visual arts is a waste of money. It is ideally not a waste of money, right? And now it is the third part, essay overview. Essay overview means how exactly am I going to prove it? By singing, by dancing? No. This essay will discuss this issue using examples to support arguments and demonstrate points. Use this band 9 sentence. it is going to, right, inform the reader that this is how the opinion is going to be justified. Now you have two things here, right? On one hand, you have spending on basic amenities. On the other hand, you have government spending on visual arts. So 2 points, these 2 points will be discussed in these body paragraphs. Body paragraph number one, you have to talk about investment in basic amenities. So my position is investment in basic amenities. You have to develop it. That's where coherence and cohesion will come in to the picture, right? So what have I mentioned? My point. On the one hand, spending a significant amount of government budget on public services is beneficial for society, right? Then I have to mention why do I think that. First, I have mentioned if government spends on public services, it's good for society. But why it is good for society? If government spends significant good amount of a major chunk, a lion's share of budget, it's because of the fact that providing for basic amenities such as hospitals, roads, and schools helps to determine the quality of life that most citizens will have. Right? I have mentioned what that it is beneficial. Why? Because it will improve the quality of life. Now, if you look carefully, I have mentioned three things: hospitals, roads, and schools, isn't it? Now, the example that you have to share, it should be connected with the last point, which is schools. Because schools is the last one. That is the reason why the example that I'm going to share should be discussing this particular point, which is related to education. Providing for basic amenities reveal that, or I mean, for example, studies consistently reveal that countries that spend more on schools have a population that is higher in literacy compared to those that dedicate no money, right, to education. It's self explanatory. If you're spending money on healthcare, your population is going to be healthy. If you're going to spend money on education, it is going to ensure that you will have an highly trained, qualified citizens in your country, right? The literacy rate is going to be high and people are going to be educated. So, this is the fact of the matter. Are you able to understand why did I use the example of studies, not right roads or hospitals? Because that was the very last one that we had. Right now, people, let's proceed to the summary part. Right, here we go. Summary: you don't have to write any kind of story, right? In one sentence, you have to mention what you have to mention the entire crux of this paragraph, which is therefore, it is apparent that spending on public services is a worthwhile investment for the government. Your summary should be connected with your position, it should be interrelated, right? So let's proceed, right, people? Just a moment. Right. So, any doubts? Any questions? People, please tell me. I mean, if you have, you can ask. If you have no questions, no doubts, then it's totally all right. It shows the fact that you guys are well versed, right, with IELTS. And I sincerely hope and I pray that you should be able to achieve your desired band score, right? So if you don't have any questions, let me ask Jasmehar ma'am to take over from here.
All right. Thank you, Vivek. That was a knowledge-filled session indeed. And I personally got to learn a lot from this session. And I hope all our viewers did too. So I really thank you. I'd like to thank you for sharing your valuable insights with us. And also to all the participants, thank you for joining us today. And if anyone has any study abroad related questions, please feel free to reach out to us. I'm dropping the number in the chat box for your convenience. Thank you so much, everyone. Hope you have a good rest of the day. Thank you, Vivek.
You're
Thank
welcome,
you.
ma'am. Thanks, everyone. Thank you, Sundari, Yashraj, Alina, Sneha, Amrit, Saksham, Pragya. Right? I wish you guys all the best. Achieve your desired band score. Right? Study abroad, or if you want to work, Jasmehar ma'am will certainly help you. Right? And you can contact on the number that she has mentioned in chat. Right? And you guys take care. Have a lovely evening ahead. God bless everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you, sir.